Wait, I'm off. Oh, wait. BJ, hold on. Wait. Should I do this? Is that better? I'm thrown off. I'm not sick.
Okay. Oh, dude.
No, I'm not.
Dude, I mistrust that opening statement. Your Honor.
I have long sleeves.
Yes.
I have a hat on.
Yeah.
I have blue jeans on.
Okay.
This is dressed up as I get, buddy.
What shoes do you have?
Oh, I have my
Yeah. No sandals.
no sandals.
Total professional.
Total
today.
professional. Because I was on the news today.
Yes.
Did you see me?
Did
you watch?
I did.
Did I do good?
You did well.
I did.
You make me proud sometimes.
See, there's two sides to me. Here's the thing. I can play. Why did the camera do that? That was weird. I can play that game where it's like, oh, I'm going to say, oh, Luke Schuster. You know what I mean? I suck at it, though, because the real Luke always comes out, and then I'm screwed.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
But you held your own. Like, if people around you who were shepherding you could see when you behave best, we can build that into the formula of keeping Luke contained.
People have tried that for years. It's not going to work. It's
not
not going to happen because
happen.
that, like, when I was at the regular banks, you have to succeed at the regular banks. And I always say regular banks. Right now, we're mortgage brokers, right? We have our own company. We run it. We do it. When I was at, and I'll say Farmers, and I was a sales manager, and I was at Wayne Savings, and I was a manager because I've been doing it for so long, and I just can't do the bullshit.
You're right.
I can't.
Well, those people probably had this conversation a million times. Luke, we really like your ability to create revenue, but can't you change in all other departments? Can't we rein you in?
Right. And it's like, I struggle with that. I can't do it. I don't know.
Harvey Specter. Like, do you watch Suits?
Yes, exactly, dude. Exactly.
You're Harvey Specter.
I can't, like, they used to have these meetings, and somebody would get up there and be like, we have this great idea. And everyone would be like, oh, that's a great idea. And I'd be like, that's stupid. Why would we do that? Right? And they'd be like, Luke, you can't say that. I'm like, why not? I thought we were talking about good ideas, bad ideas, right? Or I'd send something to another department, and that other department would take forever. And I need this. We'll get it to you tomorrow. It doesn't come tomorrow. So I get pissed. I'm like, email them, call them. You know what I mean? Then they don't respond. So then I go to their boss, and Luke, you can't do that. Why the hell not? That's my problem.
All right, so bring me into your decision making. Immediately, I said if a 900-year mortgage was a bad idea.
I knew you were going to do this.
And you talk shit like right off the get go, like, "Shut up, Joe! You don't know what you're talking about."
That is not. You
said that. That's what I heard.
I did not. I did not say. So you came out and said a 40, 50-year mortgage, terrible idea.
Yes.
I said, okay. I said, there's probably tools.
Stop talking about that, Joe.
Shut up, Joe. You're not
a rebel mortgage employee.
Okay. That's not what I said.
All right.
I said a 40 and a 50 could have lower payments to help people get into houses. Yeah. Okay. After I did a little numbers, I was like, okay, this isn't a good idea at all.
Can you say Joe was right?
100%.
Right,
you were right.
Thank you.
So, not to bore everybody with mortgages, but and just to bring everybody up to date. So what triggered this? You know what triggered? Trump went on there, and I think Trump was doing one of his things. He was like, rambling, right? And then he said something about a 50-year mortgage.
50-year mortgages,
exactly,
the best mortgages ever.
Right. It's gonna be great. Everyone's gonna get a house. So he says that, right? And then everybody goes off the deep end, like, and most people are like, dude, that's insane, right? You're gonna pay interest forever. Some people are like, oh, we're gonna get a freaking local realtor. Owner of a real estate company was on the news the other day, and this kind of set me off, was like, oh, their payments are going to be better and you're going to have more people affording houses. Dude, shut up. You don't know what you're talking. I don't care how long you've been in the industry. You haven't done mortgages. You don't know. Oh, I run it through Zillow. I know how to run a mortgage payment. You don't know what you're talking about. So Steve Vesey from WFMJ asked me to come on and talk about it. So I'm like, oh, I'm going to do some research. I'm going to make a fancy graph, right? So I figure we'll do 15, 20, 30, 40, and 50 and compare payment, compare total interest, compare total pay. Okay. So I run the 15, which is great. $200,000 loan, 5.25% if you got good credit and all that stuff. You end up paying like on $200, like $89,000 in interest over if you go 15 years. Not bad, right? 30, it's like you pay 3 times the amount of interest as you would, right? Bonkers. 40, it's like 4 or 5 times the amount that you actually owe in interest. Okay. Payment between the 40 and the 30 is only like a $30 difference on 200,000. Okay. So then I'm like, no calculators exist to do a 50-year mortgage right now, right? It's like nothing. So
because it's insane and
because
stupid.
nobody's ever done it. 40-year mortgages exist. So I do a 50-year mortgage. Due to my CAC, 200,000. The payment comes back higher. And you got to remember the rates go up too as you spread out the mortgages. Like as it's all about risk. As 15 is lower than a 20, 20 is lower than a 30, so on and so on. So I was figuring, okay, if a 40-year mortgage today is 6.75 or 6 point, I'm going to make a 57 and a quarter, which is probably being very nice. The payment on the 50 for the first time I run the calculation is like $50 higher than the 40. I'm like, wait a second, how the? I'm like, that doesn't make any sense, right? I'm like, that can't be right. So I get it, pull up another app, another thing, and run it through. Same thing. I'm like, maybe these calculators are broken and don't understand how to do a 50. I'm not kidding you. I pulled out my TI-85. Remember those things?
Oh, yeah.
Pull out my TI-85. Run the formula by hand on a piece of paper in my calculator. God damn it. 50-year mortgage payments are higher. And I'm like, how is that possible? Like, because you're spreading it up. There is so much interest when you do, like, I did like a garage, dude. I had like, you should see me. It was like a papers all over. There is so much interest in that loan for a 50-year. It bumps your payment up, just like almost smush all the interest into the payments, making it higher than a 40. That is bonkers. So if you want to do a 50, God bless you. But
so respond to this. So look, one of the criticisms were like the inventory on starter homes is really low, and every option for someone who's just getting started is to be a renter. So is a 50-year mortgage any way better than mathematically than a renter?
No. On a $200,000 loan, no, because the payment was higher. Unless you can get the payment. So I was like, okay, drop the payment to 6.75. Drop the rate to 6.75 on this 50 for a $200,000 loan and match the 40-year rate. It was only $30 less. Right? And then okay, let's drop it even more. So you drop it to the 30-year rate. It was only $60 less. Right? So if you can't afford a house because of $60, right? So you're coming into my house or into my place and you're like, I need a loan. Your debt to income, debt going out versus income coming in, is off by $60. Okay? You have this $300,000 house you want to buy. I can only get you approved if I lower your payment by $60. You should not be buying that house.
I'll cancel YouTube TV and I'll be
exactly. Because here's the thing people don't realize. No, dude, don't get me going. Okay. You got me going. Here's the thing people don't realize. When you come in and I approve you for a loan, I'm using your gross income, not your taxed income, your gross. So this is before taxes go out. Okay. I'm counting. That's the income I use. So it's not a real number, right? Then the only debt I use is credit cards, student loans, taxes, insurance on the new house, car payments. Any loan that's on your credit report is what I use. Child support, there's some other things, but I'm not counting food bills. I'm not counting if you go get your hair done every week. I'm not counting if you go on vacation every week. Like, I don't count that stuff. So if you are going to qualify because you need $60, you should not be buying a house. Does that make sense? You're so screwed.
Yeah.
There's no way. And I know there's a lot of people in the industry that will force, like, oh, you're fine. I can tell you right now, Isaac and I are super legit. We will tell these people, hey, look, I can get you this house, but it's going to be tight and it makes me nervous. And if you were my brother, little brother or sister, I probably wouldn't let you buy this house.
So look at your crystal ball. Like, let's just say this is a very popular deal and 10% of the markmarketplace takes.
Go ahead, picture can start.
If it does,
Okay.
if it does,
Yeah.
what does that do to the supply or the
Nothing.
supply of nothing?
Nothing. The problem isn't availability of loans. That's the thing. Like, for some reason, these people think it's availability of loans. That's not the problem. The problem is you have 60 or 70% of the people who own houses in interest rates that are like 4% or lower, 5% or lower, right? Like, my rate is like 3.25% on my house. I would love to go buy a bigger house. Why would I do that? Right? To buy totally to go from a 3.25% to like a 6 or 5.8, right? And okay, I'll sell my house for $200,000 more than I bought it for, but I got to go buy to upgrade. I got to go buy a house that's $200,000 more than it was 5 years ago.
Yep.
It makes no sense. It's not lack of loans. It's lack of freaking inventory where people don't want to move. That's the problem.
All right, so let's just say your neighbor came over to you and said, "I want to borrow $1,000. I've got an expense, right?"
Yeah.
And you have options of like, I'll loan it to you for a week, or a month, or a year, or 50 years, right?
Right.
What are you selecting and why?
I'm going to select a week.
A week.
Yeah.
Why?
Because it's $1,000. I want my money back.
You want it back
I want it
because the longer the time goes
Yeah.
on, the more
Right.
things change.
Now, hold on though.
Yeah.
Let's break this down a little bit more though. Joe, you come to me, Joe.
Yeah.
And you say, okay, listen. I'm like,
Luke,
listen,
I need 10K.
you need 10K.
I absolutely need 10K.
I'll do that.
Okay.
I'm gonna do that for you. How bad do you need it?
Dude, I need it really
bad, like desperately bad.
Desperately bad. I'll do
Desperately bad?
anything in the moment.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll let you keep my dog hostage.
Okay.
If you give me the 10K.
I'm gonna take your dog as collateral.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I would do it if you pay me instead of 10 grand, you pay me 30 grand back. And as long as you want.
Dude, that's evil. Like, why would you care? Why would you?
You're gonna make payments for the
Forever?
next 50 years. I'm gonna do a 50-year loan.
Okay.
Every month you're gonna pay me of the $1,000, you're gonna pay me $200. $100. I'd have to do the
No,
math,
it's
but
10,000. So it'd be
Okay.
2,000. I gotta pay you 2,000.
you gotta pay me $1,000. No, you gotta pay me. Let's see if we do 50. I can't do that in my head. Hold on. I can do this. Can't do that in my head. Hold on.
Okay.
Let's do this as a thing here. I got a calculator. Okay, so what are we doing? So we're gonna do a 10,000. You want 10K?
Yeah.
For 50 years.
Right.
I'm gonna say, whoa, that's a small loan. That's risky because you could walk. I'm gonna say 10%, which is probably being pretty
Ouch,
nice.
man. Like,
That's
what?
pretty nice. For 10 grand, go get a credit card.
Every 10 years, my loan doubles. What the heck?
Every month.
It's gonna double 5 times.
No, listen. Every month, you're gonna pay me $83.
Okay. Well, that's
Dude,
manageable.
that's cheap.
Totally manageable.
Cheap. In 50 years, you will pay me back a total of $40,000 in interest and $50,000. I'll do that right now. Somebody wants to borrow that? But I do need collateral loan. I'm not doing a no collateral loan. I need something.
You have my dog. I love that
your
dog.
dog's
but
gonna be dead though.
3 years.
Exactly.
3
It's not gonna
years.
work.
I don't give a shit about that dog.
Eileen, your dog and any new dog you get.
So, as an investor, if you had an
Uh-huh.
extra $100,000 to give someone to buy a house, would you wait 50 years to get your money back, even if I told you they were going to 5 times the
because-
amount back?
Well, how we need an amortization chart.
Yeah, if I put it in a savings bond that has almost no chance of you,
Right.
do I get a better deal by getting 5% interest?
So hold on. Let's see. When exactly would I get my money back though? So that's the way you got to look at this, right?
And then you front load the loan, so I pay all my interest up front.
That's
right?
it. Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%. So at a 50-year loan for 10 grand, I will break even in 10 years.
It's doable. Like, it's good for you. It's
Yeah.
fucking terrible
Yeah.
for me still.
Yeah. In 10 years. I mean, as a bad, do that all day. As long as I got
And
collateral.
then I sell your paper to somebody else when you're likely to default because of your drug habit.
Exactly.
I'm
You
good.
know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take I'm going to do this for a whole bunch of people, put them in one thing, and then sell it to somebody.
Exactly.
Exactly what I'm going to do. Cash advance business are insane. That's basically what we're talking
100%.
about. Is Josh is exactly right. We are talking about that. Yep. Our bank's going to figure the life expectancy on a 50-year loan. You're not allowed to do that. That is fair lending laws. I can give a 30-year loan to I have given a 30-year loan to a 90-year-old. You can't not do that because of fair lending laws.
Wait,
Yep.
you have 100%.
Yep.
You have 100% probability that
Of
that
that-
person
yep.
dies before they make their final payment.
Yep.
How is that even legal?
Because it's legal because I can't say no to somebody that's old.
But then the bank just claws back the home and gets their value back out of it. And
Exactly. Yeah. The banks are protected, dude.
Yeah.
Banks are more protected than casinos. Right? Banks are legalized. Let me rephrase that. Banks are legalized casinos. Right? They hedge all their bets. They know exactly what they're doing. Even if you don't pay and you file bankruptcy and you file foreclosure, they still get money back.
Covered.
You know what I mean? They're covered. They have insurance on this stuff. I mean, they are not stupid. You don't put 20% down, right? They have PMI. They make you pay private mortgage insurance to make sure I get my money back. It's bonkers.
And I know you don't do these kind of loans, but the second brainchild of President Trump is 15-year car loans. What do you feel about that? It's the same shit.
It's the same exact thing.
Like the average car ownership is 6 years in the United States.
Oh, dude, I'm sorry. Are you lower? I'm lower than that. I'm way lower than that. I love new cars. I love cars. My truck. I've had my truck for 2 years.
You're going to have an accumulation of payments on 15-year loans on cars that you don't even own anymore. You might be in your stable. You might have 3 loans on cars that aren't even there.
Right. I'm just going to keep rolling it over.
The dead weight of loans on assets are going to be insane. This is so dumb.
Yeah, there's other ways to solve this. Like I said, like you want to get serious about it. So you want people in houses, like first-time homeowners in houses, right? You got to figure out a way to get people to sell their houses to increase inventory. That would be number one, right? Now, I hate giving shit away for free. I do. But if you could do incentives for that, to selling your house. They always do incentives to buy. The problem is right now, there's nothing to buy, right? Like people ask me, Luke, let's go look at these houses. We look at these, they're crap and they're overpriced. The only way you get these prices to lower is to get some more inventory into the market, right? How about some incentives to buy? Do you remember that they were doing like $5,000-$10,000 off your tax deductions on your tax?
I remember that.
They need to do that for selling your house. You know what I mean? Make it worth my time. You want to get people in houses, great. Make it worth my time for me to sell my house.
So I'm going to play Isaac today because I'm in his chair.
Yep.
And so getting some of these older people that hang on to houses that are too big for them.
That's a problem.
So collecting Social Security, you get to 65 and you have to live in a 2-bedroom house or less.
Yeah.
Force people that if they want to collect that benefit, make them sell their house.
Communism. Get out of the house. Love it. I think you need to incentivize them to move. Like all of my neighbors in my neighborhood in Poland, not all of them, but we live in a development that has probably 100 houses. 80% of them are over 70 or 70, I would say. Kids are gone because like my neighbors, I have a neighbor on one side 80, another neighbor on another side 85. 2-bedroom house, yards they have to work on all the time. And I golf with the one guy and he's like, why would I sell my house and go buy a $500,000 condo to live in? Why would I do that? We'll just live on the first floor. And that's what they do. You know what I mean? It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. So in order, like, honestly, you have to incentivize or force the sale of houses for people who you have to. Like, if
force?
So,
force.
okay.
I'm going to force. You are that chair's infected with Isaac. That's totally an Isaac.
If you buy a Singer sewing machine, you have to sell your house. In order to set up a sewing room, you have to live
in the phone lines on?
I don't think so. No, I didn't do that.
Can you do that?
I can't.
Sorry, I'm totally making Joe do that because if you have a question or anything about mortgages or want to comment, let's turn it on. Because I said Isaac and I was like, dude, he's probably trying to call it right now to defend himself. That's why I said that.
No,
sorry.
He's sleeping.
Yeah, he was tired. He was sleepy. Is that a good work excuse? Did you see his excuse for not coming?
Yeah.
Is that an acceptable?
You're the boss. Does that play with you?
I'm not the boss.
No, you're not the boss.
We're even it. I'm not this boss anymore.
You've lost.
I know.
Thank you for calling Call-In Studios host and call screener line. Please enter your show or meeting number and press pound.
Oh, I said about this the other day. Yeah, Sakone. We'll talk about this in a minute. Sakone, I want to talk about. Oh, by the way, while Joe's doing this, today we're going to talk about Canton. We moved our military troops to towards the Canton area.
You are now in the host room and can manage your callers from the Call-In Studio web interface.
And did you see the stuff I was posting about Canton?
Yeah.
Did you see me make the one guy hug Kim Jong-un? Like he walked in and then he's like, he's all excited. By the way, that guy that I had, Lewis is his name. That guy actually voted no for the thing I was against. So he was like on my side the entire time and I totally hammered him and I apologized.
Did they vote that down last? Did
No,
they
it got passed.
They got rid of it.
They passed.
So you're not
Canton
allowed
passed
to-
it.
Yeah.
Did you hear about this?
I did.
So for those of you living under a rock, Canton, Ohio, voted their city council, and I can't say all of them because there were two that no voted. The Lewis guy and Frank is his name. Voted no, but everybody else that was there voted yes to eliminate public speaking at their meetings. You would think, oh, that's illegal. That is not illegal. Did you know that? You don't have cities don't have to allow you to talk at their meetings. So now, no, you're not allowed to talk anymore. That seems like an affront to America. Is that right?
Airing public grievance.
Yeah.
You think that would be part
Yeah.
of our
Yeah.
fabric?
Exactly. And I hate to say this because I don't go Republican or Democrat ever, but it made me think their entire city council, all Democrats, right? Like, what does that say about the Democrat Party when you have that happen? They were scared. They were getting threats. People were using it as a way to scream and yell at them.
Yes, that's what's supposed to happen.
Right. So then my other thought is, if somebody's up there being belligerent and everything, just kick them out.
Right.
At the beginning of the meeting, you say, "Hey, don't do this, or else you're going to get kicked out." That's it. Instead, they eliminated every one of their voters from talking at their meetings. That is unbelievable. If somebody tried that crap around here, I'd be rioting in front of the building because that is crazy. Canton, I know some of you guys are from Canton watching. You guys should be so pissed off that these freaking people did this to you. You should be applauding Frank and Lewis for voting no, too, by the way. Like I said, I kind of gave them crap at first, and I apologize because it's like, thank God somebody has sense. So
If you stay on the Canton thing, I could probably get you a news reporter from. I used to work for the Canton Repository for years. I know people that worked, so they probably would have more insight.
I totally stole some info off of that. Yeah. There's not a lot of news stuff over there.
Well, there's no TV news.
They don't have their own TV station.
No, there's no TV news, which is why the repository has been going for so long.
Yeah.
And still sort of because
I was looking for TV channels. They could they're too close to Akron, probably.
Cleveland, I think.
Cleveland?
I don't.
Yeah, I was like, really? So Youngstown, we have our own freaking news. That's crazy. And Canton's bigger than Youngstown.
Yep.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Well, I'll tell you this: like in the redistricting in from Columbus, the Democrats were given Akron Canton as a liberal stronghold there.
Oh,
So-
dude, the votes.
Oh.
I was looking at the votes. These guys won against the Republicans like 80 to 20%. Like all these re-elections. It was bonkers. That just shows you that they could give two shits about. Yeah, right. It's un-American. That's what I'm saying. It's not illegal, but it's un-American. And then they're like, oh, well, we're being threatened on social media. Like, this is what this freaking nerd guy, I forget his name. I was totally picking on him. I had him get him stuffed in a locker by AI. He's like, I'm getting death threats, and I'm getting my threat. Welcome to social media, dude. Right?
Yep. How many threats do you get a week?
Oh my God. I mean, like, just tally it up. I mean, seriously. We have a freaking, I don't know if you're watching or not from Canton. Literally, once a week, we have a sniper watch from the buildings over there, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
I didn't look because of the snow.
I didn't look today. Like, this is what this is. You hate to say it, but this is the world we're in.
Yep.
You know what I mean? When Kirk got freaking offed, when Charlie Kirk got offed, my wife was genuinely worried.
Yep.
About me, about you, about Isaac. Like, genuinely, because we're speaking. I'm like, dude, if they do that to us, build me a statue outside in Youngstown, just going like this. Right, because I said
the martyr.
I'll die a martyr. I have no problem dying a martyr. I mean, I'll die a martyr.
Shit.
I mean, I'll die a martyr.
I gotta sit far away from you if you're
seriously.
willing to do that.
But again, it's like, dude. So that. But here's the thing: how does social media? So these people using this excuse. How does social media come up as an excuse to ban speaking at a public meeting? They don't correlate, right? And then you have people who are being loud and yelling and rambunctious. You got cops there, kick them out. Instead, they used all of this as an excuse to eliminate people from talking. Voters that pay their jobs. Yeah, they forget that they work for us. Exactly, dude. Exactly.
And that kind of move should get every one of them unseated.
100%. I don't care if you're Republican or if I was a Democrat, I'd run against those guys.
Yep.
Because
that is my campaign slogan right there.
Yeah.
They're afraid of you.
Yeah.
Vote them out.
But they're so arrogant and cocky, these guys, because they know they're going to get voted in. They're able to do this. And the other thing they did, which pisses me off, they waited to vote. So they did the 3 things. They waited to vote until the election was over to approve that. Right?
Yep.
So they didn't gain steam. It didn't get going until after. And now they can just wait it out. What a bunch of scumbags. So I'm telling you right now, Joe, and you know this is a fact, I'm going to haunt Canton for the next freaking 4 years. I will take pop shots at them until the end of time now, because they did the wrong thing. I do stand up for that Frank Morrow and Lewis, starts with a G, I don't know, somebody help me, who is actually going to be the president. Maybe they can try and push it back.
Right.
But you and I both know, once you take away freedom, it doesn't come back. And that's gone now. Do you think they'd ever come in there unless somebody goes in there and tries it? But nasty. Ready for the news thing? VJ brought in the news. Like it was like
breaking news here from Youngstown Studio.
Breaking news. Mahoning County Clerk of Courts. The Clerk of Courts is delinquent in over $3,000 in property tax. Michael Saccone, who also, by the way, I have total hit jobs on his AI stuff, which are just, he jumped through the window. Remember?
He did. That broke my freaking window.
Broke his window. Record shows Saccone owes $1,983.92 on property on Edge Hill Drive, $1,000 on East Garfield, for a total of $3,230 in unpaid property tax. 21 News reached out for Saccone for comment, but he never heard back. Imagine that. This news comes as both. Wow. Yeah. Do you pay your taxes?
Well, they're paid on my behalf.
On your behoof?
My behoof.
Who your
escrow.
Escrow. That's another mortgage stuff we talk about.
Yeah.
I always ask. Do you escrow?
Yeah.
You like escrows?
I do.
Because you don't have to remember to do it.
Exactly.
That's how I am too. This guy needs to go. I have gotten some whispers and hints that we're going to see something happen that's never happened before, that doesn't happen very often. The Republican and Democratic Party of Mahoning County are going to work together to get 12,000 signatures to get him removed. The Democratic Party, you have to remember, is doing it just to be good and nice, because they won't even get to pick who goes into office. It's not a political move. It's actually, if they do this, I will be shocked, because it is a move that is not from both parties, a move to better our area, not their political party.
That's rare.
Isn't that rare?
Absolutely.
And if they do that, I am very critical of those two parties. I will give them an attaboy for doing that, because that was impressive. We'll see if they do it. Might be speaking a little early,
and both of them had a call to resignation for him.
But if they can work together to get signatures to get this dude removed, I told who I was talking to, I will push that. I will do whatever you guys need with our platform to get signatures to get this guy gone. Whatever you need. Well, we'll set it up out of here. Send BG out there, because I'm not talking to people, but
there's snipers out there.
I'm not talking to those people, but BJ can. Yeah, good luck on getting that. I know it's a lot, Denise, but I mean, we can do it. I'll go. I'll get it done. 12,000 is a lot of signatures. They need to do the same thing in that White House here. Rid of some of them jackasses. That's probably a lot of signatures. Get somebody.
a lot more than 15,000, I'm sure.
It's probably a lot of signatures. Did you see Ursula's back in the news?
Oh no. What happened? I didn't see it.
Somebody else stepped forward. The lawyer released another court thing, whatever it is, right? Absolutely disgusting. Like, the stuff wasn't just this year. It's been going on for years. This is like a former graduate from years ago, like same kind of stuff, clapping cheeks, like forcing them to take their clothes off, videotaping it. I'll be surprised if Ursula's around when this is all gone, when this is done. How do you recover from this? So I'll just send it out to your followers. You haven't enough to fill the petition. That's what I'm saying. I think we can fill that petition. I really do. If you had that, I bet Ron Verb would get on board to get signatures with that. I'll bet we could do it. So I don't know. What else are we going to talk about? Oh, if anybody wants to call in, call in. If you have questions about mortgages, I got my mortgage shirt and mortgage. I wore a hat today on the news.
You look so good, man. I was so proud of you.
I didn't. I go in to get a haircut today because I am very fluffy. But wait, what's this? But so by not talking about Ursuline and its issues, the problem didn't just go away. Right. Like everyone was saying, right? Isn't that funny how that works, Brian?
Well, and that's what concerns me is like when something comes to light, then we focus on it and we realize it was a bigger problem. We realize like the hazing and whatever, but it could be like EBT and SNAP. Like we didn't know there was so much fraud in there until something happened. And then we get super fixated on it for a little while. I just wish there was a way that in the public, you know, what we get interested in and what's important to us, that we'd stay focused on holding those accountable.
Can't do it. People, and we're guilty of it too. We focus on something and then kind of move on, right?
Exactly, but it still happened.
It still happened.
When you were a kid, was there hazing at your high school when you played sports?
Like I wasn't getting raped, I'll tell you that much.
Okay.
I mean, there was little things. You know what I mean? Like I remember being a freshman, and now I was a big freshman too, but I was still a freshman. And these seniors, I mean, they're 18, you're 14, right? They would schoolboy you. Remember that, where you crawl behind somebody and get like pushed over? But again, you're in football pads. You know what I mean? Like there wasn't hazing, like this crap where you're freaking basically sexually, I'm not allowed to say that word. Essaying somebody.
Essaying somebody.
Yeah. There wasn't anything like that. And then when we were seniors, I mean, we'd mess around, we'd knock them over, we'd push them around. You know what I mean? But it was nothing brutal like that. Now in college, when I was in a fraternity, there was a little bit more, but there was never sexual harassment. You know what I mean? That's never crossed that line. I just said that again. We just got to shut down. We did in 2024. What do you mean you did? What are you talking about? You said you got...
Oh, the election. Oh,
I thought he was talking about just hazing in 2024. They should be held to a higher standard for one thing. You do the crime, you do the time. That's all there is to it.
Yeah, if we took it serious and every time anybody misbehaved, we immediately admonished them. Yeah. They lost their seat and that was it. Like you lied, you're gone.
Yeah.
You cheat, steal, you're gone.
The problem is, though, people will start using that as a weapon to get rid of their opponents. Right? That's the problem.
Changing the definition of what lying is.
Exactly. Yeah. Or lying to get somebody out that Joe lied about this.
Gone.
You know what I mean? That's the other problem.
As a libertarian, if we've got nobody to staff any government agencies, the agencies go away.
There you go.
I'm kind of happy
saving
about
money.
That's exactly
saving money.
You see, last night they voted for the continuing resolution, and now the government shutdown probably by week's end will be gone, done.
How bullshit is that, by the way?
Such bullshit.
If I was an elected official that didn't give a crap, I'd want a government shutdown all day. They get paid still. They're still getting paid. Mm-hmm. How are you making all these poor people not get paid, right? 4 weeks before Christmas or 2 months before Christmas, yet the government, those ass-hat government officials are sitting there making money. That is insane to me. Insane. I hate them. I hate them, Joe. I hate them.
Totally hate them.
I don't understand. What do you think of our government right now?
Hate them. Hate the whole thing. Hate everything they're doing.
Everything.
Like
right?
I'm a huge critic of every move that's being made right now.
From everything.
Besides blowing up the boats in the middle of the Caribbean.
I think that's great. I think that's fantastic.
I like that. I like that one.
But our government, are you disappointed in Trump?
Yeah.
100%, right? Because you thought, what did you think when he was elected? You thought he was going to cut spending as your
part of my brain says, I know, like this is my fear, is that he can't get anything done that he really wants to get done, and it's just going to be this watered down version of
which is what it is.
Like I feared the deep state. I know there are people that make calls and really control things and whatever. How many people have went to prison since he's been elected?
Zero?
Like zero.
Yeah, zero.
So if that was your goal, you ran on undermining the deep state and putting people in prison. That didn't happen. Jeffrey Epstein files. Nobody who's gone to prison for exploiting children. Like all of my things, I thought, here's somebody who understands it, gets in there and is like, oh, I can't do anything about it. It's like, you're just like the rest of them.
The rest of them. Yeah, I agree with that. Do you think in the next election it's going to swing back all Democrats?
I do.
Because
bloodbath. I think that, if the Republicans can't fix the economy where things cost less and people
Mhm.
aren't feeling like they're paying twice what they were, you know,
Right.
2 years ago,
It's done.
then they're done.
Yeah, they're done. I agree with that. That's B. They are not doing their job, so why should they get paid? You're right. Exactly, Donnie. Who would have thought that Fetterman was elected? He would be the beacon of common sense and politician who get. Dude, you are 100% right. See, prove you don't have to dress up to be a good person. You don't have to dress up.
You don't even need to have brain capacity or be able to communicate or talk at all. And
I want no more comments about my sleeveless shirt. It's better.
yeah,
No
I'm
more
I'm a
comments.
little disappointed where I'm the biggest Fetterman fan in
Yeah,
the world.
seriously. I want no more comments about dressing up. That's a new rule. Is that so mad? Yeah. Fetterman saving the day. What in God's name? I mean, it's just freaking like I'm worried. I'm starting to get genuinely worried about the United States of America. I really am. And I know everybody always does that. Like, I'm sure 200 years ago, 100 years ago, they were like, I'm worried about, but I'm really getting worried. Our national debt is so high. There's no thoughts of paying it down. The government keeps spending, even though we tell them not. The people tell them not to. There are lines in the sand with Democrats and Republicans where people are so brainwashed by the left and the right, they just keep voting for the same thing. People are completely blind to the fact that no matter who's in office, a Democrat or Republican, the machine keeps churning.
Yeah. So if somebody came to you for a home loan and you saw that a third or a fourth of their income was debt service, would that would that be a bad sign for how likely that you can get them a loan?
Dude, yeah, 100%. You can't, yeah.
A third of your income in debt service, just interest being paid out.
We can go up to, well, the goal is 43% of your gross income. Remember that, gross, not net before taxes or after taxes. 43%. However, on some loans, we can go up to like 55%.
Now, I'm not even talking the amount of debt held, just the interest
You're
service.
just
A
talking
third of
interest.
your income is going to interest.
Yeah, that's crazy. Is that what it is with the U.S. right now?
Yeah, it's over $1 trillion in debt service.
Every year? Every month? What is it? Just paying interest. Dude, we are... Can the USA file bankruptcy? Because if somebody came to that...
Well, you wouldn't have to because they own enough assets that if they sold the Grand Canyon off to China,
Let's
they
do
could
it.
probably...
Let's make some sales here, dude. Let's get a... You know what? Hey, Joe, when you're in over your head on a house, what do? You sell your house. Let's start chipping some... What don't we need?
All right, cost of service U.S. debt is $1 trillion per year. Reported the cost of $1.216 trillion as of September 2025. The amount represents a significant portion of the total federal spending, exceeding defense expenditures. We spend more on debt service than we do on the military.
Who do we pay that to?
Bondholders. When we issue new debt, we issue bonds, and foreign governments buy our bonds to prop up their economies, and we send the interest to the people who own bonds.
How much is the Grand Canyon to sell?
I'm looking it up.
Can we chat GPT that? Wait, the Grand Canyon is probably too good. Is there something we don't use a lot? Let's hold on. Hold on. I got an
I'm
idea.
going to look up Grand Canyon.
Okay, you look up Grand Canyon. I got an idea. Okay, hold on. We're going to sell something. Least visited national park. Can you do how much the Grand Canyon costs? I mean, you could take it like you're not going to be able to do like a freaking Zillow, like a Zillow estimate on the Grand Canyon.
This property is available.
Exactly. Like, how many acres is the Grand? I mean, we can do by acre.
Okay.
How much of the Grand Canyon's buildable? Dude, you go Grand. Okay, let's not sell the Grand Canyon. Let's not sell the Grand Canyon, Joe.
Okay.
Let's just build homes right on the edge of it.
All of the Grand
That's
Canyon.
what I'm saying. You keep the tours going.
Who does? Who
The
is?
government.
The government is going to build housing and develop the Grand Canyon.
Yeah.
What about desert properties? Things that aren't a tourist attraction. Like, what if we just took what is that? Bureau of Land Management,
Yeah.
anything that's federally owned, and just put housing everywhere.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Okay. The least visited national park is 63 acres. This is where we start.
Okay.
Gates Arctic National Park in Alaska. No roads lead. Why do we have no roads lead into the park? There are no trails or visitor centers. 2024, 11,000 people. Let's start there.
Okay. Offload that one. Are we selling it to an enemy, or are we just developing it ourselves?
We're developing it ourselves,
Okay.
I think.
So
right?
if China's like, or Dubai is like, hey, we've got trillions of dollars.
No. We have to sell to
Okay,
people.
we're gonna do it ourselves, and
Dude, wait
we're
a
gonna
second.
we own the property already.
Start building houses. We have a housing problem. Let's have the government build some houses, affordable house, not low income house. It like depends on where you're at.
Manifest destiny. You remember this from history class?
Yes.
So we wanted to settle the West,
Yeah.
and nobody wanted to go there because it was shit.
Yes.
And they said, hey, here's the deal. We're going to give you some
Bingo.
property. You build a homestead, you work it for 5 years, and it's all yours.
Yeah.
Free of charge.
Alaska.
Manifest destiny revisited.
Dude, we do that in Alaska.
Yes.
We have so much land up there.
Heck yeah.
Let's chop that baby
do
up.
you want to live in Alaska?
Hell no. Hell no. Hell no.
Mineral rights, oil rights,
Wait,
it's all yours.
I will move there.
Okay.
I will move to Alaska. I will live if I get like 100 acres. Okay, 100 acres in Alaska. I get Wi-Fi service.
Internet is all it's
Guaranteed.
required. That's all it's going to take.
Guaranteed.
Dude, I will give you Starlink tomorrow.
Yeah,
if it
that's what I'm
means
saying.
you populating Alaska and add some, Alaska's a red state, so that would help the Republicans out and add a population of a couple more million to it.
I would love that. 100 acres in Alaska. Do you know how awesome that would be? Now, I'm probably going to need some money to pay for child support.
Okay, listen, on your plot of land,
Okay.
there are no trails and roads, so there's no schooling out there. Your kids are going to be dumb as can be.
Dude, wait,
They're
they're
no
going to be
nannies.
homeschooled. They're going to
They're going to be homeschooled, right?
Oh,
You're
that
gonna have
sucks,
internet,
dude.
but grocery stores
Oh.
53 miles away. So you have to kill caribou in the morning in order to
I
survive.
can do that.
Melt
I like
snow for
hunting. I
water.
like hunting and fishing. Can I get a creek that runs through?
Right along a creek. I will sell you premier real estate.
I have to live there. Do I have to live there?
10 years.
Have to live there for 10
10
years.
years and it becomes yours.
Okay, 10 years.
All the snow you need.
I'll tell you what.
Caribou.
You had me until my kids have to go there too.
Homeschool.
Dude, like I'm not kidding you. By Sunday night with the three boys at home. Now, I don't know if you guys, I have three boys, 14, 10, and 7. By Sunday night, I'm like, where the fuck is the school bus at?
Listen, in the 1800s, families would pack up in a covered wagon and trailblaze and pioneer the West.
That had to be different parenting back then. That was back in the day. Boy, go get me a switch from out on the tree. Like now the 7-year-old's like, Dad, oh, like leave me alone. I'm sorry.
I've got no internet.
It's exactly.
My life is over.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's totally different. Totally different. My 14-year-old Lucas, it's like, hey, Lucas, you help me do something outside? Sure. He just stands there. I'm like, dude, can you go get me a hammer? What's a hammer? Like I failed as a parent. I failed as a parent.
But I would send BJ and a camera crew out to your Alaskan homestead
We
and
can
just
make
do
a
a reality show.
Oh,
100%.
oh, that would be amazing. Sean Pastor says, Bishop, oh, this is back to the thing. Bishop needs to resign. He either lied or was lied to by his subordinates. 100%. Do you think the bishop needs to resign?
100%. Yeah. They need to get rid of any leadership that was there during that to give a fresh start.
To fresh start.
Yeah.
Rename the school. I would rename the school.
Merge with Mooney. Like Mooney 2. Like create another
Mooney
version.
2.
2.0.
Mooney part 2. Mercilin. Mercilin. That's what we're doing. Mercilin.
Brand new school. Come to the Valley.
Mercilin. Mercilin Catholic School. Bishop needs, I agree with that, Sean. I think that was the thing. You know, Julius was in here the other I'm sorry, I'm like going back and forth. Julius was in here the other day. I like Julius. However, he wasn't getting it. For those of you missing this here, set the pins. Julius, the first ward councilman, came in here and was kind of defending Tito and kind of blaming the voters, saying they didn't know what Tito does and he got removed because of that. I don't think Julius gets the fact and this is the same, going back to the bishop, the leader goes down with the ship. The captain goes down with the ship, right?
Mm-hmm.
People don't think Youngstown is good, no matter what Julia says about them not knowing how it works or anything else like this. Doesn't matter. People aren't happy, and they took out their captain because that's the way that works.
So you and I would never be good at politics because the allyship of what your party tells you and the other politicians, you have to play that game and pay homage to that machine in order to be successful.
Right.
You could be a dick and say, I'm on my own and whatever, and you're a Fetterman. So what do you think is going to happen to Fetterman after showing his party that he can vote off the reservation?
Put so much shit out about they're going to destroy him.
Right.
100%.
So I like Julius as a person. As a politician, he's just a typical status quo politician as far as I'm concerned.
He is almost beyond this. And I was quiet. I don't know if you noticed that because Isaac was freaking going bonkers.
Right.
I was quiet. The problem with Julius and him saying, well, the voters don't know, the voters don't understand. That's an excuse, right? If that's the case, and now I even said this, he's bringing in all this paperwork to explain who to call, this, that, and the other, right? I don't think it comes down to the voters not understanding. It comes down to the voters seeing what they see, knowing what they know, and not being happy, right? Everything with Julius, again, I like him as a person, but everything he says, text, types, posts is an excuse.
But he has to.
I understand that.
If you play that game, you have to be loyal to your party and the people who you feel represent you as a councilman.
I don't even know if it's his party. I think it's just him defending himself. He's very defensive about stuff.
Yeah.
But
he is reasonable. I feel like if you had an Isaac conversation with him long enough, that even if he would disagree with you, that there would be some common ground between you.
He has common sense, and I was impressed with the fact that Isaac was totally raising his voice, and Julius remained calm, cool. You know what I mean? Didn't fight back. We were able to shake hands at the end because Isaac was getting hot.
Heck yeah.
I was sitting here when I was sitting over here and Isaac was going off. I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, man, if I said something, I could fire Isaac up so much, and I could have blown Isaac out of the, you know what I mean? Just to fire him up. But I was impressed with Julius' way to do it.
Here's the problem with when you're talking to a politician that that if you asked a simple question, like you ever watch the Sunday news, where they'll ask them a question
and just go around in circles,
they don't actually answer the question. They just give their line.
Yeah.
Right. If I was Isaac sitting there that day, I would have pushed on Sobey.
Yeah.
And I would have said something like, hey, you put moratorium on Sobey. Did you really do that to kill the deal? Or did you do it to investigate and whatever? And he would have said, well, we were protecting the voters and blah, blah. You know what he would have said? I was like, hold on. If you did a moratorium to gather more information and then no longer gathered any more information, you use that as a front to destroy a company. Even if it was for the voters, you still did something that thwarted a business operation.
They love those moratoriums, don't they?
They do.
They use those as tools. They are not investigated.
You and I, if we were pushed on it, you would have said, yeah, I did the moratorium because I hate that company and I don't want it to exist there. We would be honest about it at least.
They don't do. Yeah, that's fair. That's totally fair. I don't like that. That politics stuff doesn't work for me. I would end up being like Jimmy Traffican is what I'd end up being. I would end up saying what I think, saying what I want to do, doing what I want to do, right, for the betterment of the area. And I would end up getting destroyed.
Yeah, I would say I will visit you in prison.
Yeah. Oh, and local politics, they're not going to come at you as much. Like if I ran for something and was who I am, if I got elected, it would be, well, that's just Luke being Luke, right? You know what I mean? Like that's why we voted for him. The higher you go up and you get closer and closer to the, state, federal, you can't act like that anymore. I mean, look at Tim Ryan. Tim Ryan, when he was local, dude, he was for guns. He was for all this stuff. Then he got close to the freaking national politics, and all of a sudden everything changed. He went right down the party line, which is just, it's gross.
So when I was considering running for a federal elected position, one of the consultants I talked to was super interested about does anybody own you? You owe a favor to? Anybody have blackmail on you? Anybody can control you out there? Have you done anything in your life that somebody, when they see that you're in a power position, can call in that favor? And now I have not accumulated any of those. I've been completely independent. I've never played that game.
Good.
Do you think anyone in your world, if you were to ever do that, is going to say, hey, Luke, you know what? When we were in college, you remember when you did X, Y, Z? Well, guess what? You're going to do exactly what I tell you to do.
Other than my wife, no.
She can hammer you. she got the goods on you.
Other than my wife.
So politically, everybody.
O'Keel just said, "I'm calling in a favor."
He's got you.
He might. Yeah, you know what? O'Keel and Isaac might be able to take me
Remember
down.
that
too.
joke you told?
Yeah, O'Keel
You thought
and
you
Isaac.
were in a friend in the
O'Keel and
room,
Isaac,
right?
but yeah, that's good.
Well, guess
O'Keel, that's
what?
a good point. I don't got blackmail, but I'm calling in a favor. Like, looking at like my record, so I have a DUI when I was like 25. What else could they do?
Well, what if the system,
Like, yeah, I don't know.
What if the system, when you entered into that, did nothing else but try to get you in positions where you'd make a mistake or have whatever, so they could own you? What if the CIA's only obligation was to put you in circumstances so that I can blackmail you in the future and control you? The deep state. I
mean, if they wanted to, they could, right? I was actually thinking about that yesterday. So that Lewis guy from, I don't know why this popped into my head. Lewis from Canton, he's going to be the president. He posted saying somebody doxed him and said, if you don't vote for this, we will release your social and all your information.
Mm-hmm.
So he reached out to the FBI. Okay. I was thinking about this and I'm like, do you think I'm being mentioned by the FBI because I made that AI video of him? Right. That kind of popped into my head, right?
Absolutely.
Like they're going to do it. Like I was thinking that. And like, what if they came out and said, Luke, we think we're very certain, like we have evidence that Luke Schuster did this. He doxed him. Here's an email. Like they could make it to the FBI. Here's an email. Shit, they could make a video of me do it using, you know what I mean? Like looking low. Like it looks like if I can make those videos, think about what the FBI could do.
Right.
Or the deep state could do. You're screwed. If they want to take you out, they're screwed. You are so screwed. Because I was actually popped into my head. I wonder if the FBI is thinking of me right now.
Yeah, because not only the stuff that you did, whether or not you got a DUI or you had gambling or you cheated on your wife or anything like that, then they can create things.
Create stuff.
Right? And they've got more power than you. They can absolutely throw a charge.
Yeah,
right?
Right.
It's effective, and it doesn't matter if it's true or not.
Right. And then in today's society, if I had charges like that thrown at me, I would be destroyed. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Then like a year later, Luke was found innocent. It was too late though.
A footnote.
Yeah, right. Footnote. Oh, sorry. He's innocent. Right.
Wrong.
I mean, you'd be gone. You'd be done.
And they know they have that power to control people by just saying, hey, we're going to say Luke is a bigot, racist, and a homophobe.
Yeah, I have actually,
XYZ.
When we go after some of these people, when we go after like the shadier people that we go after, the higher politicians, I always tell my parents, I'm like, look, when they find a hooker in my truck bed with a whole bunch of cocaine, like a dead hooker in my trunk, and there's a bunch of cocaine on me, it wasn't me. Just remember that. Like I always tell my parents that because it's like they could do that. You're screwed.
Your only immunity for that is to tell on yourself publicly and tell all of your stories so they don't feel like they can have that.
I'm a pretty open book.
You're pretty open book. I know a lot about you.
I think everybody who watches
I have no respect for you, but at least I know the truth.
Oh yeah, the people will be like, well, we're going to take Luke down. Did you guys know he took a 25 milligram gummy and had to go to the hospital?
Yep, I know about that.
Yeah, everybody knows
I've already judged him and shamed him.
Yeah, does everybody know that Luke has a terrible authority complex problem? Yes.
Yes.
Everybody in Mahoning, Trumbull, and Columbia.
So keep sharing with us so that when you run for politics, at least they don't have anything on there.
I have nothing. I really have nothing.
Have you ever been doxxed or even close to it?
No. Never been doxxed, which is surprising. You've been doxxed.
Oh, yeah, twice.
They
one
released
really bad,
did they
one
release all your shit?
Yeah.
What did they release?
So anything that was available publicly.
Okay.
Anything that you've done, and I've got 10 companies that I've been involved with, multiple news articles, social media. I share every freaking story about myself.
Yeah,
so if you want to dig on me, like it is not hard to find out about me.
Right.
And there are two levels of society. There are the people that are participating legitimately, and then you have the underground people.
Right.
And when you want to dox somebody and put raw meat, like let's just say I went on X right now and say, Luke, you on Facebook and you say, hey, my cell phone number is XYZ. And the people that call you are relatively reasonable, the calls you get.
Yeah.
If I wanted to put you on the underground, then I'm going to put it in front of people that don't want to just harass you a little bit.
Right.
They want to freaking destroy you.
Okay.
So they will use any information that they give you to bring your life to a freaking
So cell phone.
yeah. Bored kids sitting in their basement gets a cell phone and say, how can I make this guy's life miserable? Let me call banks and newspapers and spread all kind of fictitious information.
No, I've had people call and threaten me before on my cell phone.
Mm-hmm.
Right. They'll call like, we're going to beat this. We're going to murder you. We're going to beat you up. I'll be like, cool. Where you want to meet? And these people are like, wait, oh, no, I'm being serious. I'm like, okay, cool. Let's go right now. Where you want to meet? And they'll be like, well, yeah, I'm gonna murder you. Oh, okay, cool. Where do you want to go? Let's go right now. I was like, and then when they keep going, I'll be like, sounds hot. And then I'll be like, we'll make out.
So if
start messing with them.
One of those is no big deal. What happens if you get 1,000 of them? 1,000 calls in a day, 1,000 text messages a day?
I'm gonna get a new cell phone. Is what I'm gonna have to do. Keep that one until it dies off and get a new cell phone. I've actually thought about a burner phone. Just to have, you know what I mean? But I'm like, whatever. Like we've been doing this for 5 years now. We have had, we get calls, we get emails every now and then, but most of the time it's nothing. You know what I mean? Like most of the time it's nothing. But again, it's like if somebody has that big of a problem with us giving our opinion and being honest, with what I truly feel is being honest and having fun, which I think we do. And yes, are we bullies sometime? 100% we're bullies sometime. Mm-hmm. We bully people a lot. We bully people that deserve it is the way I look at it.
So now the people like Saccone and the people you've really gone after, let's just say they got in a position where they can, that in their brain, they got vengeance on their mind, and they wanted retribution. Do you ever fear that retribution would be a game ender, or do you welcome that?
I welcome that. Is that weird? It? I want that.
That's very weird.
I want them to sue me. I want them to come after me. Like when Julius was in here the other day and he said, oh, you guys might have interfered with an election, right?
That's all good.
Okay. Oh, after an hour. Sorry, we just had something pop up. We were trying to stream on Instagram. We'll have to see how it goes, right?
It did not go well, I assure you.
it did go well.
It's not a good one.
When he was kind of saying that, like he was like, oh, you guys interfered with an election with those videos. People don't know if it's true or not. And I'm like, first off, how do you not know it's true when I have AI Tito driving his car up a tree backwards, right? Like, it's like, come on.
But what was he really saying in that statement? Like, what was he really threatening in that statement?
What was he really? I think to me, it was a compliment that he thinks we affected an election. Is that weird? That we have enough say and enough pull and enough, what would be the word? Influence, as he said, that people will listen to us and actually think about things. That's
you don't think is a veiled threat?
Oh, I think it was a veiled threat, 100%. Okay. Do I take it as a veiled threat? No. I mean, you know, he wanted it to be, but I take it as a freaking embrace because you know why? Sue us. Have a unelected mayor sue us for posting parody videos. Okay. Do you know how much stronger and how much more attention we would become if he did that? That would go national if they were to blame a local podcast on him losing an election. Could you imagine?
But you trust the judicial system? I do not.
I trust my attorney.
Have you ever been in court?
Yeah.
Okay. And how'd it go for you when you were in court?
I won. I represented myself in a couple speeding tickets, and
I'm talking when someone actually sues you. That whole process.
No. But we do have a lawyer now, a very, 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 very good lawyer. It's not Dave Beatrice.
So, I'll share experience, and I've been sued.
Okay.
Been in business in
Did you hate it? Do you think it's unfair?
It was totally unfair.
Why?
So it was Niles Court.
Okay.
All right. I got called up on the stand. This was open and shut. This was like if you heard the details.
Were you
like,
getting sued? You were getting sued as a business owner?
As a business owner.
Okay.
Yeah. And I was like, it's going to take one small sentence to say, here's what happened. And a reasonable person would be like, oh, this is stupid and silly.
Right.
And I'm standing in front of their lawyers sitting in front of me. They're asking me questions. They're trying to undermine me and say that I'm an idiot. I never went to college for this and I'm a stupid person and whatever, right?
Okay.
Attacking my character that I'm a non-professional and whatever.
Right. You don't know what you're doing.
When they hit a line of questioning, look over at the judge and wink. And I was
Really?
like, what the F was that?
Really?
And when that judge mediated and ruled against me, I was just like, what the F just
Whoa.
happened?
Right.
Friends probably golfed this
Golfing
last
every day.
weekend.
Yeah.
And they just mailed in what they were going to say. And the judge ruled in their favor. Like, what just effing happened?
Did you have a
to
lawyer?
me? No. Didn't need it. It was one sentence.
So you went without a lawyer.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Well, no, I did have a lawyer, but they weren't like top tier lawyer. They were
Okay.
one of my customers. And
Yeah.
They were like, this is a shoe in. All you got to do is say X, Y, Z. And I'm
and
like,
it didn't
I
work.
agree
And
with
you lost. What happened? Did you end up paying?
No, I didn't pay.
Are we gonna get? Are they gonna come in and steal you?
Hell
or-
no. They can try to collect all they want, but F them.
That's the thing. Was it a civil case?
It was.
And that's the thing. That's the thing. Another thing I learned in civil cases, you don't have to pay.
Mhm.
You have to figure out a way to collect. You could go. They could put a lien on you.
Well,
put
they made an offer for me to do some stuff for the city, like this attorney worked for the city,
right.
and they made me an offer to come work for the city and do X amount of
You're
hours.
kidding.
No, absolutely.
You're kidding.
Nope. And I was like, F you.
They
no.
were trying to put you into servitude to pay off your bill.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, and I said, F that. No way. I told him I wasn't going to pay because
Wow.
this is a complete sham.
Yeah. Wait, real fast. Look at what Sean just said. Don't ever threaten Luke with attention.
That is
like,
true.
Sean just said it's like giving Mario a mushroom. That was good, buddy. I'm coming in. Sean's my tattoo guy, by the way.
Is he?
Rising Tide. Yeah, he does all my tattoos. Luke, I think you're selling the MLO bros short. I think you had some influence of both Nikki and Mayor Two-Tone. Not 100%, but some.
But that is the point.
Yeah.
In order to deflect and put a counter pressure against what people can say politically
Yeah.
is the people and your Canton thing here that goes directly in contrast.
Yeah.
And it pushes the people's voices down while
Right.
elevating professional and political voices.
I wish I would have known about that Canton thing earlier.
Yeah.
I only had like 3 days. Right.
Mhm.
I think we could have pushed more. I mean, we're not influenced out there now. We're getting there. Like people are starting to follow us from Canton. I would have loved them in there doing that for 3 months. Right. Because that's how you take them down.
Yeah.
You got to grind
Mhm.
is what I've learned to go at these people. Like,
So do you think satire and making fun and doing your AI videos
Yeah.
on the public scene? We'll use Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
If I were a politician, I were running for president, and Saturday Night Live profiled me and caricatured me,
Yeah.
it would really hurt because some people would think that I was a jerk
Right,
or a dork
right,
or
right,
whatever.
right.
But that's important to be able to say those things to piss those people off.
I think that stuff makes people think.
Yep.
It drives attention to the fact. It makes people think. And I look at those AI videos that I'm doing, and I'm going to keep doing because I absolutely love doing them, is a way to make people think, right? Now, some people are stupid and don't know that they're fake, even
Right.
though I literally put AI Tito in every comment post.
So if you have a public profile at all, should you be immune from satire or people
No.
lampooning you?
No, 100%,
everybody.
100%.
LGBTQ, gay, rich, poor,
Yeah.
everybody is open to it.
Anyone that is a public, I mean, this is law. Now we're talking law. If you are a public figure, you are open to satire. You are open to criticism. You are not held to the same standard, or you are held to a lower standard, I guess it would be, than a public citizen, right? So if and notice, I'm only doing politicians and public officials and public people, right?
Right.
I can't go out and make a AI video of Joe Midlick right there, right, from the marathon, and make him look like he's freaking kissing somebody else. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I can't do
He's
that.
a private citizen. He's
Right.
not in a capacity in public
He would have a
service.
case against me,
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
Politicians are fair game, 100%. As long as I am not, and dude, we've talked to a lawyer about this because I'm like, dude, these are fantastic, you know, and they were laughing. They're like, when we called after Julius kind of veil threaded us, they had 2 lawyers in the room at the lawyer, and they're both like, let them do it. It'll be fantastic. Guy in the back, I'm like, oh my God, do it. They were excited about it, right? Because they're fair game. Right? They are fair game. You can't do that to business owners because And as long as I am doing it or we're doing it as AI parody, not selling it as real. Now, if I made a video of Tito stealing something, like, hey, we have, and I could do, I mean, you could do it. I could say, give me a video of this man that looks like it's on security cameras footage stealing a car. Right? So I make a fake video, and dude, you could do like the time, you could do everything. Him getting in a car, like you see him, like, I mean, I could do it. Jump in a car.
Sawzalling a catalytic converter.
Yeah, exactly. I could a catalytic converter. You could do that. And if I posted that on Facebook and like, I have real video of Tito Brown, mayor of Youngstown, stealing a catalytic converter, right? That is illegal. That is fraud. That is defamation, right? Now, if I have a video of Julius tackling Tito Brown when Tito Brown, which I had, which was hysterical, by the way, because their hair fell off and people thought it was real. Tackling Tito Brown and rolling off the stage. I'm allowed to do that. It's not real. I said parody, right? I mean, it's just people are dumb. I can't think it. If you're causing people to think by drawing attention to a situation, you're a damn professor. I'm a professor. Professor. It's like, I shall prophesize with my AI videos. But that's it. I mean, that's it. So I don't know. It just people drive me crazy. People drive me crazy. Speaking about prophesizing. You know what prophesizes me? BJ, get ready. You know what prophesizes me? BJ, get ready. I love frozen yogurt.
Do you?
I do.
Where do you like getting your frozen yogurt
when I am doing
from?
a prophesizing,
yes,
before, I like to sit down at Menchie's.
Menchie's.
Oh, Menchie's. I like to sit down at Menchie's in Boardman. I sit there, eat my little, what are those little bubble things called that you like?
Boba?
The boba.
Yeah,
put some boba on it. Put some sauce on it. Sit there, and I'm like, I'm prophesizing. I'm going to make this AI video of Mayor Tito Brown. Oh, prophesizing. So Menchie's. Go to Menchie's.
There's a special table there. You eat your boba, and you can come up with good ideas too.
And people like, don't talk to him. As I'm sitting there, don't talk to him. He's in deep.
He's coming up with an AI video right now. Leave
AI
alone.
Video. So yeah. But thank you to Menchie's for sponsoring us as always. They are the best. Go get them. And also thanks to the Phantoms. I think the Phantoms are away this weekend. Youngstown Phantoms, we also sponsor them, and our Bulldogs are dead. You haven't gone to a boy. We have a banner with our two Bulldogs. It was before Isaac became a golden retriever, but have two Bulldogs, the MLO bros there. So make sure you guys check that out.
Next time you go down, let me know. I want to bring my kid down to see a hockey game.
I'll just give you the tip. Yeah, you can go. I mean, you can come with us. Or
I heard that as you can go by yourself. But I don't really want to hang out with you any more than I have to. That's what I heard.
Like, Joe, listen, I got tickets. Like your tickets are on the other side. Yeah, I'll meet you there. Hey, maybe we can get some ice cream at the end of the first period.
At a separate time in a separate location.
So mean. You know what, Joe?
Yes.
Ryan can sit with us. You go.
Son of a bitch.
Take your kid.
Son of a bitch.
If you're causing people, the problem with society is that a decent percentage of people who are elected or appointed into leadership roles let power go to their heads. They lose integrity and let the sense of power overcome them. Then you have the media who use clickbait or misconstrued. That's it. Actual events. WFMJ is a prime example. See,
tell me your thoughts, because I love WFMJ as it's still a locally controlled.
Yep.
But I don't like the political bent that their editorials carry.
Those are editorials. Yeah. So those are opinion based. That would be the same as us saying you don't like us because of our. But
the editorials control what news gets published versus it being
very
sort
true.
of like middle of the line.
So you think it's left leaning?
Very much so.
Very much so left leaning. I think the local channel should stay away from that crap, personally. I think you should focus on all local. There's enough local news that you don't have to cover. Well, let's even say this. I would like local news to cover local and state. Everything, right? But they don't do that because you don't get the clicks and the views, right?
Right.
There is enough local news in our area to cover a half hour, an hour, 2 hours every day. Bottom line. You could feature businesses. You could feature, but they always trickle to that national stuff, and I hate it.
Yep.
I turn it off.
Well, you might as well just syndicate if all you're getting is national feeds.
Right.
I can get that from AP.
Did you notice what they do now? Is I think it's recorded. I don't think it's right. I looked at it. They will act, or maybe they are, like they're talking to a national reporter. Have you seen that?
Mm-mm.
Watch WFMJ sometimes and WKBN. They'll be like, we're going to go to national reporter, blah, 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 this on President Trump. And then they pop this person up on the side of the screen like they're talking to one another. And I'm wondering if it's all scripted.
Well, if they don't reference the name that went to their feed,
Right.
then
I
it's
gotta
not
watch.
them.
Yeah, I got to watch because
they're like, all right, Delilah.
Right. I don't think they do. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? I've seen it a couple times. I'm like, there's no way this national reporter is on WFMJ talking directly to Scott Steyer or talking to Stan Boney or whoever else. Of the three channels, though, and not just because I go on there and talk, WFMJ is the best because they're still locally owned. You guys might have a problem with WFMJ, but I think just based on the fact that they're local still gives them
and their liberal bent. I mean, if you were to just hire, if you would hire journalists and you go to the local schools and draw people out, they're all young liberals that come in there. So it's not a hard, like, go find a conservative to balance it out.
Yeah.
Where would you even go to get them?
Yeah. I don't know.
And and the one thing I hate is that it's always a negative slant on anything good. I don't care what it is.
Oh, 100%.
Media matters. Mahoning matters.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Dude.
It's always a negative bent.
That place sucks. It used to be good and it sucks
it's
now.
Terrible.
Because you want to talk about clickbait. And the other one that does is WKBN. They clickbait the shit out of stuff. Right. And I've called them on it, where they will mistitle something, and I swear to God it's on purpose to get people to click. Like they do that. Mahoning Matters does that. They purposely put something very, very questionable to get them to click over. And God knows I do click over to see because I want to see what it is. I'm like, you bastards.
And it's never what the headline
No,
says.
and I will screenshot it and tag them and call them out on it and be like, you guys are freaking weird.
They don't care. They have to do that to survive.
Yeah.
They're competing with the national syndication. They have to get people to look at them.
Did I ever tell you I called WKBN one time? So they had something wrong and it was bad. Like, I don't even remember what it was. And I'm like, this is bullshit. Like, I know it's wrong 100%. And I think I streamed live and called them out on it. Right. And I'm like, and I said in the stream, I'm going to call WKBN as soon as this is over, and I'm going to tell them they're wrong. So I call WKBN from my cell phone, and they're just like, WKBN newsroom. Like, yeah, hi, I was calling. Yeah, Luke, we know. We're going to fix it.
my favorite.
Okay, thanks.
My favorite is when Luke forces them to carry a story. Like Luke will say it like 15 minutes later, it gets carried on.
Do you see that
all the time?
Do you see that?
All the time.
Am I delusional?
No.
Do I have what's it called? Delusions of grandeur?
No. In fact, I think they should show you respect and at least say, since we saw this on the MLO Bros, we're carrying this.
You know
story.
who does that? WFMJ does that. They do it because they're smart. They do it. They've done it. I will give them articles sometimes before, like I'll say, hey, here's a tip, because they don't know. Can you at least quote us? And they'll do it. WKBN and WYTV, they purposely take our shit. And I was like, I've said that before. It's like, I was like, dude, am I losing my mind where we post something and then 15 minutes later they're running a thing on it?
Well, let's test it. Let's pick a topic.
Let's make something
very obscure that would never be covered.
Can we make something up?
Make it up and see how long it takes by the time you go on there and say, all right, Emma, I want to tell all of our audience here that this thing, pay attention because this is big news. Breaking news.
Yeah.
And see how long it takes.
Maybe I should be like, breaking news. The owner of the mall has paid his taxes.
Exactly.
Something like that.
Yeah.
We found out the MLO Bros have a hot tip. I won't say we know for sure.
Yeah.
Hot tip.
The
MLO Bros.
We just got word.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
That they're about to pay their taxes. You heard it here first.
And see how long it takes.
How long? Absolutely.
That's a great
idea.
We
probably shouldn't share our plans publicly.
That was probably that was a really good plan that just popped off. You're going to think of something else now. think of something else. That was a good one. Now they know.
Yes.
Because they're watching.
Mhm.
They're watching.
Mhm.
But yeah, that was a good plan.
Cohen sells his Minnesota mall and pays his taxes. News at 11. Do it.
I guarantee they would freaking run that story. Because I know they do. I know they do. Makes me so mad. What else we got? Oh, I'm going to get my haircut. I'm going to stream it live. Did I tell you that?
Dude. I'm going to have some sloppy Joe later, and I'm going to stream it live.
No, I'm going to make a video. Polish gents over in Campbell. Over by that hot dog or the...
Wait, did you say Campbell?
Camel.
It's Camel.
I said Campbell.
I heard an extra
I
letter.
said Camel.
No, you didn't.
Camel.
Roll back the tape.
I said Camel. Do you think I said Campbell?
Yes.
No, Camel.
You totally enunciated
I might have
incorrectly.
Camel.
Camel. Go ahead.
Going to Polish gents, get my hair done.
Okay.
I'm going to make a video. He's going to he said they do all this fancy stuff like moisturizers and stuff. I'm excited. Just
Might be the gayest thing you've ever said. Might be.
Well, Isaac's
something to tell me.
not here, so somebody has to be gay today.
Yeah.
We have to
The lobbing the grenade at the gay brother.
Isaac's super gay. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Love gay people.
All right.
Did you see that came down? Ohio took a stern stance on same-sex marriages.
What they do?
Well, this was years ago, where they basically took the Ohio Constitution and they made it part that gay marriages were part of a right.
Okay.
And it was challenged by who was that dipshit lady who challenged it? I forget her name. Long hair. Anyway, she challenged it and it held up. So the
gay people are still allowed to get married.
Yeah,
that's
as they should.
As they should. Yeah. Who are we?
But why does that make people so infuriated?
I don't understand.
I don't get it.
It they use religion as an excuse sometimes. Like it's a religious thing. Like God doesn't want separation of certain state, church and state. Doesn't matter what God likes or not, right? Like, why does that matter? Dude, here's the bottom line.
Yeah.
If gay people want to get married and be miserable like the rest of us, so be it. I'm just kidding. I'm very happily married, but I mean, if they want to live that life, we're gonna get up in the morning and have something.
It doesn't affect you, so leave it go.
Let it go.
Let go. People be happy.
What does it matter? And then the people are gonna. Well, I don't want them to force that shit down my face. You're into my face. Fine, but how much do they force it into your face? Right?
Yeah. And if you said whether or not they were going to take a doctrine you disbelieved and force it in your face, I'd be against that, regardless of what it was about. Leave people alone.
If the gay people came out and said, "Hey, everybody should be gay," and we're going to force you to be gay,
when you graduate, you got to be gay for a year so you can see what it's like.
Oh, we got a call.
We do. Is it Isaac? Do you recognize the
number?
No,
that's 17, I think.
All right, let's wait for it to process here. And
yeah, I mean, be gay. I don't care. I know lots of gay people. They're very nice. You know what I mean? Like, I have friends that are gay. Like,
you have a gay friend.
I have gay friends. I don't care. Right. It doesn't bother me. Shoot, we mess with them most of the time, anyways. To be honest with you, I mean, it's
all right.
fine.
17. Are you done?
Whoa! Good Lord, is that loud?
Go ahead.
Whoa!
Go ahead, 17.
Hello?
So loud.
Is it too loud?
No,
no, you're
I
good.
was calling you about getting. Can I talk?
Yes, ma'am.
Should I whisper?
No, you're good. You can talk now. Sorry, Joe had the speaker so loud it almost blew me out of my chair.
To say how hard it is to be able to get signatures for the clerk of courts. So first of all, you can only take signatures from people in Mahoning County.
Okay.
So like when I'm out there getting signatures, I could be in a grocery store. I could take any county in Ohio for the initiative I'm doing.
Okay.
But for this initiative, it can only be people from Mahoning County.
All right.
And so what would people's motivation be to take time out of their day to come sign that kind of a petition? That's why it's really hard.
So, yeah, because it's like, are you saying because it's the stupid clerk of courts and nobody cares?
I mean, nobody's going to care to leave their house or change up their day just to go sign that thing. I mean, that's just my opinion.
How many, if we did it, how many signatures do you think we could get?
I think they would need for him something like 12 to 13,000 signatures.
How many do you think we would get before we stall out? Take a guess.
Let's take a guess. Him?
Yeah.
I think you'd be lucky if you got 4,000.
4,000.
since June, my group, my friends and I, we've gotten like 8,500 signatures.
Yeah.
But that is like busting our butts. These signings are like 4 hours long. We're everywhere. We're in grocery stores. We're downtown. We're everywhere. It is a lot of time. And so, like I said, but we could take any county in Ohio.
Yeah.
Okay. This, for Michael, has to only be Mahoning County and, of course, registered voter, You
got to be so you'd have to get like 12 or 13,000 registered voters. And they're going to verify all the votes.
You absolutely have to be a registered voter. Yeah.
Interesting. I'd be game. I'd be game to try it. I mean, like you said, though, the problem is getting people out there. Like me personally, if you're like, hey, I need you to come sign this at 1:00 today to get rid of Michael Sakona. Like I ain't leaving my house. It's snowing. I get it. I get it.
It will be a low number, though, I think, that would do that.
Well, you know what we're going to do? We'll just harass about office. That's more my style anyways than signatures.
Then once you get all that, I think it has to go to a court. There's like more steps involved.
Okay. So you think it's almost easier just to wait them out, just wait them out and then get them unelected?
That's what I would do. Or who knows what could come up that he does that would be reason to fire him.
Yeah.
I think that's more likely to happen.
Right. Well, I don't think you can fire him because he's elected. You can't fire him because he's an elected official. However, they might be if he got
not if he does something that is unethical.
Right.
If he gets caught doing something unethical.
Like what's his name over in Austin Town when he got his charge, he was immediately released. Kent.
So you never know. I think that's more likely.
All right. I appreciate that. Hey, how's your signatures going for your no taxes? How's that?
Yeah, I think it's going really good. We want to get the top number would be like 15% of how many people voted in the last governor's race. So we would need like 12,700 from Mahoning County.
Is it?
And I think we can get there by June of next year. So
okay, I'm curious to see if that ever pops up on the ballot or not. Hey, somebody asked, is there digital petitions options for that or no? It's got to be all hands.
No, you have to witness. You have to witness.
Wow, that sucks.
So it has to be done in person, someone witnessing it. It has to be blue ink. You have to be a registered voter. What? Yeah, you can't do it online.
Wow. Okay, there you go. All right, thanks, 17.
And that would be the same thing for Michael Chacon. That would be the same thing for a clerk of court. It would have to be a witness. So somebody would have to circulate that petition in person. I don't think you could do that online either.
Yeah, that sucks. All right, well, thanks, 17.
Yeah, okay.
All right, see ya.
All right,
Bye.
See ya.
So does criminal damage of a property, like breaking someone's window and not paying for it, like that constitutes a
we can press charges.
No, I have video evidence that pane of window was broken,
you fixed
and
it.
you could see it was fixed.
Yeah, you fixed it.
Do you think anybody paid for that?
Yeah,
no.
I think so.
Even the blinds that were up there in the video are no longer there, so the blinds are gone. Like this is I feel like,
dude, AI is wild. I think AI is an alternate universe.
It is.
I think it's an alternate universe.
Yep.
You were talking about alternate universes the other day. I think it's like it's creepy watching AI videos of yourself, because like the one that I did where Isaac and I were in here cheering and stuff, right? I had like tattoos that I like loved. They had like tattoos like all down my arm. I'm like, dude, that's like sweet. I was like, all of a sudden I want to go get tattoos. That is.
I want to read this one because I want to talk about that Altium one.
Yeah, go ahead.
Josh says, I'll be specific. They are leading the charge on the layoffs at Altium Cell. They went on air saying there were 500 job cuts and then promoting a job fair for Altium workers. I'm a UAW local 1112 shop chairman at the Altium, and there are no job cuts. Indefinite layoffs, yes. Job cuts, not employees who are indefinitely laid off will receive sub pay and unemployment and also have full healthcare benefits. Were you following the news on Altium?
Not really. What is it?
And so they there was some layoff in the news. There was some news that they were going to have a bunch of jobs that were laid off just because of lower vehicle EV demand.
Okay,
they don't need the batteries that were going to be forged in that. So we have the luxury of having sort of like the next technologies here in the area.
Yeah.
And we're going to go through the ebbs and flows as the demand for those products go up and down.
Yeah.
So I don't think Altium is necessarily on its way out, but I do think that we're going to have highs and lows as we get there.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Right. So did they cut jobs?
They did. Well, as Josh was saying, that there are some indefinite layoffs.
Indefinite layoff is a job cut, correct?
It's a union shop, so they have to call it and do it a certain way.
Isn't
but
that
yes.
the same thing?
Yes.
I mean, indefinite job cut sounds like getting fired or laid off.
Yeah.
I mean-
So you're not dead. You're perpetually sleeping.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Okay. You're in a coma.
Yeah.
Lifelong coma. You're not
Yeah,
dead,
you're a coma with no
Okay.
heartbeat, but you're not dead.
all right. Yeah. So he's saying they misreported that. The thing that drives me crazy about the news, and I try not to do it, but I'm guilty of it too, is when something drops about a private citizen and they immediately post it out there, right? Like this person did this, like this business owner did this, and they're being accused of this. And social media destroys that person.
Yes.
And then 2 months later, oh, he was innocent. It never happened. They threw the curtain.
Destroyed, and you can't come back from that.
Yeah, you can't. That's a problem to me. I
So
think
do you think when you're a private citizen that you should have the names withheld?
100% until you're found guilty. Once you're found guilty, hammer them. You know what I mean? Hammer them. But
Well,
that's,
with internet sleuths, it's only 30 seconds. If they don't mention it, that somebody's going to figure it
Yeah.
out, and it's still going to
well,
make its
like
way.
look at like Isaac and I said with the Ursuline people. So the Ursuline court case, they don't name the kids, but they name the parents, first and last name.
Yep.
Come on,
Mhm.
like that's ridiculous. So aren't there digital? Yeah. So sorry, I was reading that. All right, I gotta get my haircut.
Make sure you live stream that. I can't wait to see you get your
you'll
haircut.
You know
I can't
what?
wait.
You'll watch now.
Yeah.
You're gonna watch. I know
Yeah.
you will.
Are you going to get the beard shaved and do the full treatment?
I'm doing the full everything, and I'm going to do a video. I'm going to do like clips of me getting it done. And the agreement was he gets to do my hair however he wants. He said he's going to do it the right way because he said my hair is like. I'm like, dude, how do you look at this? How do you fix that?
Is metrosexual still a term? I want
Is my hair metrosexual?
I want them to metrosexual you.
Metrosexual.
Yes,
What
I
would
do.
that be? What exactly would that be?
It's like, you know, Fabio. Think about the feminine qualities where you're sexy as can
The problem
and you're
is-
dripping your testosterone down your face.
Like this.
You have to walk differently. You have to carry yourself differently and say,
You know what?
"Hey, ladies."
Joe, in one of my clips when he does my hair, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do the head flip.
Yes, you have
My
to.
hair is like, dude, it's the problem with my hair. See it? Like I always wear hats. It's so curly.
Mhm.
It's super curly. I have a receding hairline and there's gray. It's just not good. Maybe I start dyeing my hair.
Dude, don't dye your hair.
Maybe I
You-
should go to India and get hair plugs.
Don't do that.
Why?
No.
Have you
No.
heard about that? The hair plugs is it India? No. Pakistan? Istanbul?
Pakistani hair plugs?
There's some place you go to get hair plugs. You never heard of this?
No,
It
like
probably doesn't concern you.
I'm not concerned about my
I
my
mean,
follicles.
dude, you and I could go get hair plugs.
I don't want hair plugs.
Might be too late.
I got, dude, it's back.
How
Dude,
far back does it go?
well, there's a strip that comes off the front.
Let me see it.
There's
Oh,
a-
that strip that's light.
it's a landing.
It's literally-
Well, no, now if I grew it out, it would be an island here,
It's an
a divider, right? So this would be
So you would literally have like hair,
this is-
no hair, and a
yeah. This is
it'd be like that.
Sicily,
Uh-huh.
right? Italy.
When did you lose your hair?
Oh, it was early. It was 25.
Was it 25?
Yeah. When
Did you
it,
start going Lex Luthor immediately?
oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I said when it's going, it's gone. So
And that was it. Your
That's
brother's the same way.
Yeah. He's got the
Evil
same-
Joe. Evil Joe is the same exact way.
mhm.
Like, did he lose his hair early too?
his his was further than me. He's more like my dad, where he got the center island missing. At least I have the Sicily strip.
So bad.
Yeah.
Well, we got another comment. I think, yeah, like my hair goes back, but I mean, I still got. There's a local newscaster that had the exact same thing. A little tougher island at the front of his head. Turkey, you're showing your age with metrosexual.
I asked first if that was still a term. I wanted to see it.
Metrosexual.
Metrosexual, yeah.
That's like metrosexual is like 80 hairbands where they're dressing up as girls and stuff.
No. Let me give you an example.
Metrosexual. I don't even know what that is. I mean, I've heard of it. Metrosexual. What if I go into this barber shop and I'm like, I need a metrosexual haircut?
Yes. All right. So there's metrosexual. You're
Oh,
you're
I could totally pull that
you're
off.
preened. You're looking fine. You're worrying about your complexion, and this dude in the red hair. This is
that's
metrosexual.
metrosexual.
Yeah.
Got
Look
it,
at that.
got
That
it,
is
yeah. What about that guy right there?
this guy.
No, that's a normal haircut.
This
right?
guy.
Yeah, that's
That's beyond metrosexual. That is full out. I'm almost want to transition. I'm flirting with the idea that maybe there's some boobs underneath there.
Could
Like,
you imagine me coming in with a metro on Friday? Just coming metrosexual, totally metrosexual.
it would be the best.
290-pound, 46-year-old ex-football player.
Fabio,
Hey, Joe.
you won't do it.
No,
You totally won't do it.
no. Oh my gosh, that's just not going to happen. It's a term for men who know to wash their ass in the shower.
Mike,
Sean, you're on a roll tonight, buddy.
Yes.
Sean is on a roll. I'm not gonna lie. I wash my ass in the shower. You have to. How do you not? Loofah, soap.
No, I don't use the loofah. I barehand it with a. I don't want the loofah. At least I can clean my hand. The loofah could have little berries on it. Like I don't want that.
Let me tell you.
Yeah.
Washing your asses. You know what reminds me of washing my ass in the shower?
Yeah.
Menchies.
Listen, if I were Menchie's, I would say that's where I want my product placement. Right
I'll tell
there.
you what, I like to grab a nice, refreshing dessert, cold, go into the shower, wash my ass with Menchies. Just eating one hand, washing the other. Eating, washing.
Eating yogurt in the shower.
I don't know what we got to do. Menchie's is like, I don't think Menchie's, if Menchie's hasn't gotten rid of us yet, they're not going to, right?
This will be the deal breaker as far as I'm concerned.
Said wash his ass. I like to wash my ass.
Eat some yogurt in the shower while
with my
washing.
metro hair.
Oh my
With
goodness.
my haircut. All right, everybody. Hey. Insecure men used to describe men who are bare minimum of cleaning themselves. There you go. All right, everybody. We will be back on Friday. Hopefully, Isaac will be here. And that was good. You and I pulled it off.
What do you mean, hopefully Isaac's here? Like, is that a way you want to just like get rid of me? I didn't fill the seat well.
I didn't say hopefully. I'm just
No,
saying,
you said hopefully.
I like you being here. It's just
I don't believe you. You don't want to sit with me at the Phantoms game. You hope that Isaac comes back maybe sooner rather than later.
I hope Isaac, so we can put you back in your chair so people don't have
Off
to look.
camera?
So people don't have to look
With
at
my
you.
Sicily strip, like
Exactly. People don't have to look at your Sicily strip. Goodbye, everybody. Don't forget, Isaac and I are realtors and loan officers. Rebel Lending Mortgage Company. We will do home loans. We can beat the local banks. They suck. So, Joe, I referred you somebody the other day. Did you ever talk to them?
I did. Yeah, they
You
called.
did?
I did.
Sweet.
I have a meeting today.
Joe can help you set up a podcast. He's good with tech stuff. You have a marketing company. He does all this stuff. Call him. He can help you out. Yeah, the guy called me. He's like, hey, I need help. You guys do a podcast. I'm like, dude, you don't need help from me or Isaac. Let me give you the guy's number because
Man,
I do Amazon. When I set up my studio, I did all Amazon equipment.
everything you do will be ChatGPT. Everything.
Everything I do now is ChatGPT.
ChatGPT.
Everything. So we'll see you guys all Friday. Don't forget to like and follow us. We'll see you guys later. Bye.
Thank you for listening to this show on Youngstown Studio. This is original Youngstown content. Feel free to share our videos and tell your friends about us. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Facebook.